This episode of Power Up is brought to you by Promo Corner's Page Flip. Not going to in-person trade shows this year and still need to get your catalogs out to those distributors? Upload your digital catalog to Promo Corner's Page Flip. Contact sales at promocorner.com.
All right, so let's power up with Pat Laurie. Hey, everybody, I'm so happy to be here today to talk about confidence because this is the world that we live in and we all need to be more confident on camera because, you know, there's a lot of talking heads out there, right? Everyone's talking on camera, but how can you show up dynamically and how can you show up confidently? You need to be able to break out of the box when you show up on camera. How do you do it? Well, I'm going to go through the couple of stages of camera confidence. I've come up with 4 stages of camera confidence. Now, I've been on camera for my entire professional career. I have spent some time on television, in the news, and with my production company. So I've been in a lot of experiences on red carpets, talking to presidents, talking to everyday people on the street, and having to show up and have that confidence. Hasn't always been that way, though. You can fool them, but not really, because when you show up on camera, people get a sense if you're nervous, right? So when you're first starting out, what's it like? Fearful. You might feel like you're having to swallow because your heart is beating a little faster, right? And your mouth is drying out because inside it's like, oh boy, this is the moment that I'm going to be judged, right? Everybody's going to be looking at me. So you're in that zone of like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to press record, but then I'm not going to feel like myself because I'm fearful. And that's natural because you're just new at this. So what you have to do is forgive yourself a little bit and realize that it is a process. So when you're in this stage, you might freeze up a little bit because you're like, wait a minute. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't have a script written. And you shouldn't follow a script like that if you're on camera. So you get a little freaked out because you're forgetful. It's foreign. You're freezing and you're fearful. That's stage 1. You're lacking confidence because you just don't know what to do, right? And it feels a little uncomfortable and unnatural. And when you're unnatural on camera, guess how that's going to make your audience feel? They're going to feel uncomfortable watching you. Have you ever seen someone on TV being interviewed and they're like, they just can't get it out, or they look like a nervous wreck and they're shaking? Doesn't it just make you feel bad? Yeah. Well, your vibe will set off the audience's vibe, right? So in that first stage, you're feeling very self-critical and you really don't like the way you look. And you don't like the way you sound either. You're freaked out. You're like, oh my God, do I really look that way? Does my voice sound like that? That's stage 1. Okay, we've all been there. Maybe you're there now. I'm going to encourage you to go on to stage 2. So let's talk about it. What is stage 2 of camera confidence? Stage 2, you have committed to rolling and recording. You're rolling and you're recording. You might be rolling and recording and erasing a little bit more than you should be, but you're rolling and you're recording, you're committing to it, and you're kind of regularly doing it, although you don't exactly feel regular when you do it, but that's okay. You're making progress. You're doing a video, you're getting it done, and you're like, okay, that wasn't too bad. That was okay. I got through it. I did it. At least I've committed to doing it. You're trying to find your voice. So you're trying to figure out, what voice do I use? What person should I be on camera? So you're used to hearing your voice, but you're trying to find your voice and you're trying to hone your messaging because ultimately you want to make connections, right? That convert into followers or sales or friends or people joining your movement or whatever it might be. So when you're in stage 2, you actually know where to look. Right there, baby. That's right. You're not looking in your image on the screen. You're looking right at the camera. You're forming a relationship with the camera. And you need to form a relationship when you go online, right? You need to do that by creating eye contact. Now, a lot of times I see people when they go online and they're, looking at their computer, looking at their notes, they're talking, they're just, that's really not effective, is it? You see what happens when I'm looking off camera. I'm not connecting with you. You're hearing my words, but I'm not really being that impactful, am I? When you can focus on your eye contact in stage 2, do it early, please. That's going to help draw your audience in. So when you go on camera, you need to draw that audience in, right? So you are in stage 2, not appearing entirely 100% stiff. You are using your body a little bit, and that's good because you shouldn't keep your hands behind your back when you go on camera. You do not do this in person, do you? Why would you do it when you go on camera? I know it seems a little weird. What do I do with these things? All right, stage 3. Stage 3, you are starting to connect with your audience because you're realizing that you need to use your full body when you go on camera. You need to use your eyes. You need to use your mouth by smiling. You need to have the right energy, and you need to be using your body language, right? And your posture. So now you're connecting with your audience, and guess what this is doing to you? This is making you feel more empowered. Connecting equals trust. Trust is empowering. So you're feeling like, you know what? I'm rolling, recording. People are liking what I'm saying. I'm getting empowered. And I'm really being effective with my body language because body language helps to move your audience along the path that you're taking them. So don't forget that. Now you've nailed the tech and you've nailed your set. You're all set up. It's looking pretty. You're not doing like these things right here, down here. This little person down here with the ceiling up there. You got shot set up. Looks pretty darn good. On purpose. And you are developing content regularly. Compelling content. That's stage 3. You've decided that you've found your voice because you've done this so many times. You're getting into a rhythm. You're using your body. You are using your full body and you are not apologizing for it. All right, let's move on to stage 4. In stage 4, guess what? You are the same person on camera as you are off camera. Hi, did you miss me? You are able to actually unapologetically show up as yourself. Well, boy, isn't that liberating? That is stage 4. Stage 4 is you're creating incredible engagement with your audience. They think that they know you just like their friends and family, right? It's that and know, like, trust, but you're being yourself. You're being authentic. You're like, woo, I'm throwing some balls up in the air and I'm catching them and I'm being creative and I'm using props. When I show up, I'm not going to be boring. No, you're not going to be boring. You are going to be yourself and you're going to start experimenting with different locations. You're going to be like taking it on the road a little bit. You're not just going to be showing up in your little square. You're going to be owning your square, right? You are going to be owning your square on video. And that's what you need to do. And when you get all of these things together, like the same person on camera and off camera, creating engagement with your audience, having fun and just being you, experimenting and using props and loving yourself, well, then you are owning your square. But how do you get there if you're just starting out? You want to love yourself on video. Listen, I've spent a lot of time not liking myself on video, and it is no fun. So if you want to love yourself on video, I am running a free 5-day challenge. It's a free 5-day Love Yourself on Video challenge where you can just show up and do the simple exercises and get to love yourself in a very gentle, wonderful, engaging, and authentic way. Because if you love yourself on video, it is going to show to your audience and you are going to be able to catapult your communication and your success. Now, as I wrap it up, I want to let you know that I have a few hacks for you for building confidence. Things that you can always do on Zoom when you are on. Okay, and it starts with, there's 5 things. Positioning, right? So make sure that you are center stage. Showtime. So don't show up way back here. Is that saying you're engaged? That's disengaged. And don't give me the nostrils either. I don't want to be that up close and personal with you. Frame yourself up, kind of like you see in a news show, right? Head, shoulders, and upper chest. That's a really comfortable distance between you and, looking for my props here, the camera lens, right? That's it. That's about 16, 17 inches. For me, that works. So frame yourself up. So it's positioning. It's posture. What I'm doing right now is I'm sitting on the edge of my seat because it's helping my back go up straight. Now, if I was sitting back, that doesn't look engaging, right? Actually sit on the edge of your seat because then you're going to be leaning in. You know that term. There's a reason why they came up with that leaning in term. So sit on the edge of your seat and lean in. Okay. The next thing that we're going to talk about is leveling up your shot, right? Make sure that your shot is eye level. You want that camera right at eye level if possible. You don't want it too low and you definitely don't want it too high. Just keep it right at eye level. That's going to be the best connection. And don't forget to lock your eyes on the shot. Thank you very much. The fourth tip I'm going to go to is light it up, baby. Light up your shot. This is with one light off. This is with two lights off. I have some natural light coming in over here. See that? That's good, but I'm enhancing it with another light. So light up your shot, because if we can't see you, we can't connect with you. Smile, because smile will create all the warmth that you need. Say you don't have the lights. Okay, smile though. Grab a light, the selfie ring lights, they're easy to get. And you need to project a little bit. You need to project your volume and you need to amp that energy up. Because you know what? I'm sorry, it's not an in-person meeting. So it's not the same energy when you show up on video. It's different. You have to amp it up, bring it forward. And that's how you engage your audience. And if you'd like to learn how to love yourself on video, please join me in the Authentic Video Attraction group, because I would love to have you, and I'm going to nurture you and show you ways to love yourself without all the pain, because who wants pain? Oh, I don't want any pain, and I want to take the pain away from you. So Brandon, that's about all I have for today on the first episode of Power Up with Pat. I hope you feel a little empowered and you learned something.
I did, and I know that our viewers did as well. I know Lori commented here. Lori Moore says, "I think I'm in the trying to own my own square phase right now." So one of the things that I really took away from this was your vibe sets off your audience's vibe. I've lived by that my entire life, as being the brightest candle in the room, coming in and just exuding happiness and positivity everywhere that I go, so that it brings the whole room up to that level. And so I love that point that you hammered it there. That's perfect.
Thank you. Yeah, I honestly, and it does work, because your energy, right, it emanates off of you and onto other people. And if I'm low, I'm going to get low. If I'm high, I'm going to get high. You can't just sit there and listen to me and watch me smile and listen to the volume of my voice and the inflection and not help but be a little bit elevated, I hope.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. And so for everybody who is wanting to participate in the 5-day challenge that she was talking about, we will have the details, I think, whatever side it's on your screen, over in the comments on Facebook. We will also put a link to the group that she is talking about on Facebook as well, so that you can join in and make sure that you're staying on a path of getting more confident in using these little devices and getting your voice heard out there via video. This is going to be a monthly series. I did talk about that a little bit at the beginning. So Pat will be back here on the Promo Corner Facebook page, on Promo Show's Facebook page, and live on the promoshow.com show floor every month. So we are definitely looking forward to that. Pat, thank you so much for being here and having the courage to do this type of content for us in our industry. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure. And you know what? If I can empower other people to lose the fear and take away the pain, because I did experience pain even though I lived in TV for a long time, there's a lot of things that go on that can mess with your head. And I just want to be able to help people in an authentic way come out and just find their authentic voice and face on camera.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next month.
Cheers.